Welcome back to Carnage Corner, Carnage Cravers. I am Ken Carnage, and we are going to revisit some movie news tonight. We're going to talk about upcoming films and stories that have broken and interesting anecdotes. For instance, first things first, the New Mutants movie that's being put out with Fox has reported that Alice Braga, I believe I'm saying that right. Alice Braga, star of films such as Predators, and she currently has that show Queen of the South on USA that I just can't seem to bring myself to watch. But apparently she will be taking the role that was supposed to go to Rosario Dawson, and for whatever reason it is not. Do we care about any of this? Not really. I'm not psyched for New Mutants. A good trailer could change that, but I don't know. It's a meh kind of subject. I will say this much: Rosario Dawson's a much superior actress to Alice Braga. So, I mean, you're taking a hit there, but what are you gonna do? All right, so our next topic, Kevin Feige was recently asked about whether or not Captain Britain will make an appearance in the MCU. And Kevin Feige, very, very diplomatically, said that, Captain Britain was a character that had been discussed at different points, and but obviously had not been brought to fruition as of yet. So if we're to believe Kevin Feige, we might get Captain Britain at some point, although with his connections to the X-Men and everything else, I don't understand how they could possibly do that and have it still be any good. Matt Reeves is the director of the Batman film now, and he's dropping some hints, talking about the idea of possibly having the Batman movie be almost like a film noir, like the old black and white detective films that were really good. And it's an interesting concept. It could definitely work. Batman is the character to do it with if you're going to do it. So, that's definitely something that could really could work. Let's see. Michelle Rodriguez took to social media in order to promote Fast 8. But in line with promoting Fast 8, she also, in not so many words, threatened to leave the franchise if the female characters are not improved. First off, it's not just the female characters in those movies that need to be improved. Okay? Second off, let's be honest, aside from the Avatar sequels, what does Michelle Rodriguez actually have going on? Like, what has she done recently? I'm not discounting her talent or anything like that, because she's a very talented actress, and I'm sure she could find work, but she hadn't been doing anything really. So, like, as far as I'm concerned, this is saber rattling. It's an empty threat, and again. But if you don't, and I'll go back to my previous point, is okay. Fix the female characters. What about the male ones? They suck just as bad. Like, can we fix the whole movie? I vote we fix the whole movie. That's my vote. Let's see. Spider-Man it's been reported by Kevin Feige, we're going to see Spider-Man in Infinity War for all of about 20 minutes. So if you're going there expecting it to be a Spider-Man film, spoiler alert, it is called Avengers Infinity War. Spider-Man is not an Avenger. Don't expect to see that much of him. Alright, so a film is in production right now. The film is called Mayday 109. It's in the writing stages right now. Mayday 109 is going to tell the story of a pontoon boat in World War II, boat PT-109. This boat was under the command of one John F. Kennedy. This boat was sunk, and Kennedy had to lead the 11 survivors to a deserted island. And it's a story about how they survive and what they have to do, given the fact that their allies assumed them all to be dead, and yada, 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 yada. And it'll be an interesting look at a young John F. Kennedy. So this sounds like it could be very interesting. It's like with a lot of things, it's going to depend on what way they go with it, so we're going to have to wait and see. Gwendolyn Christie, who Game of Thrones star, as well as having appeared, well, she didn't really appear in The Force Awakens because we never actually saw her, but anyways, you know what I mean. She has apparently joined Robert Zemeckis' Universal Drama, where she'll be starring with Steve Carell as a Russian house nurse, basically, who's supposed to be taking care of Carell after his accident. This one sounds kind of trippy. It's going to have a lot to do with this world created inside Carell's head. Until I see something, it's like there's no way to know. It could be good, it could be bad. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see. More reports coming off the Han Solo set. It turns out that Alden Ehrenreich was assigned an acting coach. Oh boy, gee, this young Han Solo movie, just is having all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. It's insane. So the good old WB, Warner Brothers, has apparently ordered a sequel to the Ben Affleck film The Accountant. Fans of the film should be pleased with this. People like me who never got around to seeing it and weren't really in a hurry because we don't really like Ben Affleck, well, we might have to just check it out. Nah. Alright, and our last topic of the day, wrap this up. Deadline has put out a report stating that New Line Cinemas and Warner Brothers will be moving forward with The Conjuring 3. No reports yet as to what that film might deal with, which case of the Warrens it will deal with. We do not yet know, but apparently we are getting The Conjuring 3, so that's something to be excited about. So that has been movie news, and you know that if you're seeing movie news from Carnage Corner, that it must be Monday, right? So therefore, be sure to join us next week on Monday Movie News, and join us tomorrow on Tuesday when we do our trailer reviews. We're gonna have 5 new trailers that have come out, that we're going to break down and give thoughts on. So, that being said, I am Ken Carnage, and until next time, Carnage is right around the corner.